some may have to go, and that's understandable. I'm gonna go through this in try to go through this in about 10 minutes, and then Brother Southall has a piece he's gonna be presenting as well. So we ask that you stay for that as well. When we look at what vision is a preferred future. What do we want the congregation to look like in the future? Where are we going in the future? And what I'm talking about today is our short-term vision, something we're going to set out to accomplish in 6 months worth of time. We've already started back in September. So from September to the end of March, we are driving towards a destination, and I want you to picture a congregation where it is the norm for when a person gets baptized, we're able to put a hand on them and say they're still here 3 or 4 years from now. I want you to picture a norm that whenever a new member or any member wants to get involved, there is an easy process that will allow for the membership to get involved. New members, I want you to picture a day that if you ever passed off the scene and you had a child or somebody you brought to Christ, you know that they would be in good hands and that they would not fall through the cracks at this congregation. And so the thought is, when we come to our short-term vision, is to lay a foundation that is going to allow us to not only continue to save souls, but to mainly keep those that God has blessed us with. If many of us who watched the football game on last night, before any player got on the field, they had to make sure they had their helmet, their shoulder pads, their cleats. They had to make sure they had their jersey on. And the thought is, I mentioned it last week, that when we're unified spiritually, that shows God on the spiritual realm that we're ready to be used. But also we have to be together and organized with systems structurally. So if God was to send us 200 people, we're able to keep them. That you all were already at 500 before I got here. So this church is already in the 10th percentile rate. But the thought is while we are so big attendance-wise, we want this church to have a warmth of a church that's 25 people. So even though you may not know everybody, you have 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 people that you know that are real close, and this church feels like a super closeness. We're already close, and we're just taking it to another level because those who come before me, they've already done a magnificent job, and we're not taking anything away from them. We're just going to build on their shoulders. And so if we could boil our short-term vision down into just about a phrase, it is to lay a foundation so we can continue to add souls and to keep those that have been saved. That's the thought of it. And so it's short term. It goes from 6 months. Then after the 6 months is over, in the month of May, we're going to be presenting to you long-term vision. So let me get into some of the particulars of this short-term vision. Like I said, part of this short-term vision is to have systems, or have the anchors in place that when somebody gets baptized, they stick. Currently, our retention rate is at 50%. And when you think about that number, we have quite a bit that place membership here. We're keeping them. But those that are being baptized, they're falling through the cracks. They're going through the back door. And it's not just a problem we have here at Jackson Street. It's a problem across the whole nation. And so don't think that this is just Jackson Street problems. These are problems that every Church of Christ is facing. And so our current retention rate is 50%. The thought is we want to boost that. Not only do we want to keep those who have placed membership, but we also want to keep those who have been newly baptized as well. And so in order to do that, we're expanding on some things, and we're adding in some new things as well. Things we've already accomplished within the first 90 days. We listened to our men, and we started a men's class that meets every other Saturday for 3 months. And then we take a 3-month break, and we've been studying different topics about the Apostle Paul, and we've been going over different parts of the worship service. So when the men are conducting worship, they know what to do and everything. And we've been averaging about 32 men per session. That number can be better. And the thought is that this class is just laying the seeds of eventually turning into one day a men's ministry down the road. Because when you get the man, studies show that when you get the man, 9 out of 10 times you get the whole family. And so we want the man because we want the whole family as well. So that's something we've already accomplished within the first 90 days. Y'all see them good-looking people in all these pictures, amen. Something we've also accomplished within the first 90 days is We started a new evangelism team because the first anchor that should be laid at any church is evangelism. And if it be the Lord's will that you know, until I retire, God's called me home, we'll always put evangelism number one. We are here to save souls. We are a saving soul institute at the end of the day. So the first pillar that dropped was an evangelism team, and this team is made up of people of all ages. We have some young, we have some millennials, we have some middle age, we have some elderly people in there. It's an innovative, intergenerational team. Innovative carries an idea that we're not stuck on one method. So, because some people may be under the assumption that I'm not going to be a part of it because y'all just going to have me out there knocking doors. No, there are many ways to evangelize. And so if you've been thinking about joining this ministry, but you're thinking that we're going to have you just knocking on random people's doors, that's not the case in everything. We're doing evangelism different ways because the message never changed. And we set out and we come up together as a group with 3 goals. The evangelism team has already decided on. And we are, as a matter of fact, currently implementing those goals: to achieve a certain number of gospel interactions with non-members by sharing the gospel, conducting quarterly large outreach events, and conducting quarterly training events to sharpen the evangelism skills of the team members. And so we've already started working on those goals. I believe one of our first large quarterly outreach event is going to be the week of spring break. That group is currently working on that, and so we're going to have a great time with that. So that's the first anchor that we laid down. What's coming soon? This is what we want to have in place by the end of March. A new members orientation team. This team is comprised up of members of Jackson Street that have experience in HR. We brought them together, and this team is going to help new members baptize or place membership, and those who are thinking about becoming members. They're going to have an orientation class with this group of people every month on the 4th Sunday, in order to walk them through how things operate at Jackson Street, who the leaders are, our history. All of that stuff is going to be included in that class, because as we orient people, we want them to know how they fit in, where they fit in. While this team is going through that, they are putting together, as we speak, a booklet. Inside of this booklet is all the leaders, the elders, the deacons, their pictures, our history, because we have a rich history, and our history will go with us. Amen. Amen. 30 years from now, our history is going to go with us. We're not going to shy away from our history. We're going to give honor to whom honor is due. All the previous elders, all those who helped found this church when it first started, our previous ministers. Our history is rich, and as we bring new people in, we want them to know our history, and so that is the thought. And what's going to be in this booklet is not only our history, but all of our ministries that are currently active will be included in this booklet with the contact person, a write-up about what that ministry is about, the elder over that ministry, that's going to be in there. So when a new member, or even a regular member, because this book will be available for regular members, if a regular member wants to get involved, they will know every current ministry that is currently operating, who to contact, and who the elder is over that ministry. Something else that's going to be in this booklet is what is called a spiritual gifts test. A spiritual gifts test is a test that you can take that will let you know, based on what you answered, what you may be good at. It's going to assess what your passions are and everything. Because if you are a good teacher, but you think you are an encourager, you're not doing what God has called you to do. Because God has uniquely gifted us all with a purpose, and we want to help you find your purpose so you can be plugged in right. And what this team will do when a new member has gone through this, and when they say, I want to be a part of this ministry right here, one of the people from this HR team is going to follow up not only with them, but with the ministry leader to make sure that person is plugged in, because we want everybody to be plugged in. And even if you're not a new member, but you want to get involved, you can grab that booklet, and that booklet is going to help point you and steer you in the right direction. All right, let me go to the next one. what's coming soon as well. We've already had this in place. We are remodeling it. It starts this upcoming Wednesday. Training in room 100 is our mentorship ministry. The thought is, I preached on it, that when a person gets baptized, when a person places their membership, we do not want to throw them to the wolves. We do not want to say, all right, just come to the new convert class and you'll find your way around. But we want to make sure they are paired up with somebody who is going to walk with them for at least 3 years. The same model Jesus did with his apostles, where he walked with his apostles for 3 years before he left them. Every new person will have an opportunity to have a brother or sister walk with them in their Christian journey, and so they can be able to not only be successful, but they can also hang in there with God, because we understand that when a person gets baptized, the devil gets really busy. When a person gets baptized, everything breaks loose, everything goes wrong, and we don't want a new member just to be another number or to get lost in the crowd. Sister Jeanette Jones, who's up there in that picture, she is the contact person for this ministry. Training for it starts this upcoming Wednesday night at 7 p.m. And if I can go over a slide right here. If I can go over a slide, we're going to be using this model right here. In other words, for those who are thinking about becoming a mentor, we're going to be using this specific model where we walk a Christian through these 4 stages, with the goal being that once they hit the 4th stage, they are ready to stand for themselves, and they're able to take somebody up under their wings as well. Our marriage ministry will be starting the month of March. The thought of this is that we understand that the devil attacks marriages. He attacks them bad. And we want to have a ministry not only for married people, but for those who are engaged and those who are dating and is getting serious. We want to be able to save our marriages so that our parents or your parents stay together. And the thought of it is of having 5 couples, and those 5 couples will have a marriage coach. That's a husband and wife. Marriage coaches will have a husband and wife who's been married for 20 plus years. And we're going to all go by the same curriculum. This gives us the thought, or this gives us the opportunity for older to teach younger, because there is some things that those that have been married a long time, they can teach us young whippersnappers about marriage. There are some pitfalls that the older couples have experienced that can help the other couples as well. And so the thought is of having 5 couples under marriage coaches. And sign up for this. Sign up for this starts February the 3rd. When it comes to a singles ministry, we are going to start a singles ministry. We're still thinking about how to work that through in order to best serve those who are single, but we have not forgotten about those that are single. But this marriage ministry is not only for those that are married, but for those who are engaged and for those who are seriously dating. Sign up will start at February the 3rd. As the weeks go along, we're going to be letting you know who the marriage coaches are. One of the main requirements will be they have to be married over 20 plus years and everything. And so more information will be coming on that, but the thought is of having this launched by the month of March. Long-term vision. We will be discussing our long-term vision. We're breaking this up into two halves, January and in May. And in May, the long-term vision will be given. And what we're going to see is what we're doing in the short-term vision is going to follow up, or it's going to bleed over into our long-term vision. We're just laying the pillars so that when our long-term vision hits, when we really begin to get out there, we have put in place the things that's going to help us keep people, because we don't want to baptize 2 on today and then we don't see them a month later. We want to make sure we're able to keep everybody. And the last slide, obviously, what can we do? We can pray for our new vision. In other words, keep us in your prayers. Amen. Everybody, keep us in your prayers. Understand that progress takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. Trust that we're heading in the right direction. We've been praying and we've been discussing this stuff. If you have any questions, that is my email. Up there, cjackson@jacksonstreet.org. Please include your name. when you send an email, just in case if you have any questions, or you can call the church building Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And we have handouts. And when service is over, if you need a handout of this vision so you can have your own personal copy of it, we're gonna it'll be yours. Just ask one of the brethren who are at the back door to give you a copy. But the thought is, this is short term. This is what we want to accomplish before the end of March hits. In other words, the thought is we're gonna make sure we put on our helmet, our shoulder pads, our cleats, so when the Lord puts us in the game, we're ready to function right. And so God bless you. We're gonna turn it over to Brother Southall. He has a piece as well.
Through this. First of all, Christy did a good job with the vision, and I pray to God that we all will buy into it, and that we will continue to do the work for the Lord to move Jackson Street forward in the name of God. We know that this is the new year, and one of the things I want to talk about is our Sunday school Bible classes, to give everybody a New Year's resolution. If you don't have one, then here is one. We're trying to encourage everyone to please come to the Sunday school classes. They're edifying, they're very uplifting. It gets you prepared for worship services. So we want to encourage everyone to come to our Sunday school Bible classes, and we do have a number of classes that you can attend. Our social media ministry. This is what I want to talk about to kind of give you some updates on what's going on. Our progress, what we have that's new that's coming down the pike. The social media ministry, the strategy and the team was introduced in March of 2017. And we've had some awesome results from this ministry. We have so many opportunities to do a whole lot more outreach. The ministry was created and added to the number of ministries that we have now that's listed on our website, that will also be in the package that Brother Jackson talked about. And the purpose of this ministry was to enhance the traditional approach for outreach by implementing social media strategies that would supplement current communications process that extend greater reach for the ministry. Now these processes include our Facebook page. We have a team that is very tech savvy. They have managed this Facebook page, to perfection by graphic designs, photographies, online advertising. We have video production. We have a lot that's going on with our Facebook page. It is the content is user friendly, and most of all, it's biblically sound. Now I want to give you the progress of our Facebook page, some of the things that's been going on. Like I said earlier, March of 2017 is when this Facebook page was launched. And as of today, that number has went up. At 851, we had 851 people to follow our page. Checked it this morning, and we've had 2 more that's been added to it. So we have 853 followers or likes on our Facebook page so far. So I want to thank everyone who is a part of our Facebook page, who has signed up and liked our pages. I'm praying that you will continue to do so and continue to invite your family and friends to take a look at our page as well. Also, as of today, we have an estimated total of 100,000 people that we've reached so far in our Facebook page. 55,000 of those have interacted with our Facebook page. So for the month of December, for instance, just for the whole month of December, we've reached 20,000 people from the post. And this is mainly due to our members and the team that is putting into development and advertising, the custom graphic designs, original videos that's being shared over and over and over again. So the Facebook page is very productive. The graph that's up there now, it's a 7-day graph from December the 28th, I believe, to January the 3rd. We've had almost 15,000 people that we've reached in 7 days. So the Facebook page is really functioning. the 20,000 number, the 20,000 people that we've reached during the month of December, that includes people who have seen our post, members that are sharing the post and sharing the pages, members and visitors who have checked in to the church, and also those who have mentioned our Facebook page. The number that over the course since we had it since March of 2017, the 100,000 people that we have reached, it includes international flavor. We've actually reached people from different countries, and you wouldn't believe, you know, the social media team that manages this page, we have people from other countries that are send us notes or encouragement, and they know that we're doing the work of the Lord, and they'll tell us that they're praying for us and for us to continue to do that work. They ask us to pray for them in their country as they're doing their work as well. So it's a good international interaction with the Facebook page here in Nashville, Tennessee, that's going out to other countries. Also, we have about 30,000 that's from across the state of Tennessee, Texas, and Georgia, and again, outside the United States. With this Facebook page, we've done several ad campaigns to promote a lot of things, like our gospel meeting. We promoted when Brother Jackson was arriving to Jackson Street before he got here. We did a Facebook ad campaign for him as well that went over well. Our minister emeritus, Brother Michael Crowder, when he retired, we did an ad for him as well. And we also advertise our Bible classes that we have on Sunday mornings and Wednesday nights. We advertise our youth programs. When we had the health fair, we advertised it. So it's a lot of things that we are promoting and advertising that's open to the public. Also, what we've done here recently, we have what we call a midweek motivation that's that Brother Jackson does every Wednesday. It's about probably 2 to 3 minutes long, and it's, you know, you get fired up on Sunday, and you might need to pick me up on Wednesday. And he has on the Facebook page, he has the midweek motivation, and it is really good. And I encourage everyone to visit the Facebook page. Now, if you don't have Facebook, we have something new now, which is Instagram. Instagram is similar to Facebook. You don't have to have those who don't like Facebook. You can just create an Instagram account. We just recently launched it, and it's a growing platform. Again, it's similar to our Facebook page. And for those who want to sign up for Instagram, the address is at Jackson Street COC. And you will have the same content on Instagram that you have on Facebook. You'll be able to see those midweek motivations and different things like that. All right, our live streaming and our video sermons. We've really done good with this. So we've actually tripled our YouTube page subscribers. In May of 2017, we had 52 subscribers. Currently, we have 176 subscribers now. We have gone from a total of 5,000 people that was viewing our video stream and our live streaming. Now we have nearly 20,000. And those videos are being shared over 100 times by our viewers. At our services that we have, when we do our live stream, we average about 50 people that's watching each service, our morning and our evening services. We have about 50 people that tune in to watch it. After it's watched, the videos or the sermons are replayed over 100 times. And the highest number that we've had at one time with people viewing our live stream has been 248. Also, our live stream has attracted an increased amount of visitors, new members that has placed their membership here because of live stream. And most importantly, we can refer that we've had 2 baptisms recently from those individuals that say they have learned the gospel from our live stream. Now, because of our success with live stream, we have created some promo cards for everyone. And these promo cards is for the congregation to pass out to people at work or people you come in contact with. It's going to encourage people to watch the live stream. It has a link that's also attached to it where you can follow that link, and you can watch live stream on your computers, your tablets, your cell phones, Bluetooth in your car or Alexa, anywhere that has an internet connection, you'll be able to see our live stream here at Jackson Street, Church of Christ. So we want you guys to help us here with our live stream. The promo cards are at the Welcome Center. There's a whole stack of them. Please only get what you need so that other people can have some to pass out as well. But we want to encourage people. It's another platform that the Lord has blessed us with, and we want to make sure we take advantage of it and use it. And that is what the cards would look like. All right, this is something that we have new. We talked about Instagram earlier. Now this is something that we're trying to move up to the 21st century, I guess, if you want to call it that. We have what you call a church mobile app. And we're excited to announce this mobile app that's going to be rolling out to the congregation pretty soon. We created this app. It can be downloaded to your cell phone. It's an all-in-one app, and what it does, you can check the news here at Jackson Street. You can check for updates, upcoming events, prayer requests, sermons, and we have a lot more features, and it's all in real time. And right now we do have our bulletins, and the information will still be in our bulletins. It's not going anywhere, but those bulletins will be updated from week to week. With this app, if you want to know if the church is closed, you don't have to call. You can just push the app. You know, on a snowy day like on Wednesday, if we have a Bible class, you know, on Wednesday night, and because of the weather, then you can actually touch the app on your cell phone. It'll give you information on what time we're going to close or whether something is going to be delayed. But it's in real time, and I think it's a really good feature to have. The email newsletter that everybody has signed up for, where you check your email on Mondays to see whatever information updates that we have, that newsletter will cease eventually once we get this the mobile app up and running. On the mobile app, you'll be able to watch the live stream from the app on your cell phone. You'll be able to watch the midweek motivation with Brother Jackson as well with this mobile app. And here's a feature that the mobile app has. It's called attendance check-in. And right now we know we have attendance cards, and we all fill out the attendance cards and we turn them in, but attendance cards are not going anywhere. You can still use that, but with this app, you can actually check in with the app. You click on the app, you create yourself an account, and you'll be able to say, I'm here today. All right, now, don't think that you can sit at home and lay in the bed and say, I'm here. It will not work. So the way that it's set up, you have to be in the vicinity right here in Jackson Street, Church of Christ, to do that. So I'm praying that if you come out this far, you're not going to say I'm here and turn around and go back home. So, but anyway, it is a good feature to have. If you have a family that you want to check in your family, you just add your family to the account, and you can check in them as well if they're here. Also, another feature that we are trying to go to, we're still working on, is the online giving. It has an online giving option. And we're still working out the details of this feature. And once it's completed, and if it's approved, you'll be able to give anywhere you at any time. This app was created, it's user-friendly, and it can be easily maintained by those that will have administrative rights to this app. Now, the app availability will be sometime this spring. And pay attention to the announcements, because what we're going to do is have classes and demonstrations here at the church where we'll have members of the social media team that's going to show people and teach people and work with people on how to use the features of this app. So I want the congregation to remember that you are the driving force for our social media outreach. We want to thank those members for believing and also supporting our vision to reach more people, and also to spread the gospel using this social media platform that the Lord has blessed us with. And I want to say that I oversee an awesome team. I'm happy to be a part of this amazing ministry. And what I want to do is just introduce those that are a part of the team and just have them to stand. Those members that has unselfishly dedicated their time and their efforts into making this a successful ministry. Brother Pierre Armstrong, please stand. Brother Reggie Blair. Sister Area Ellis. Don't be bashful now. Brother Mose Joe. Sister Natasha Johnson. Brother Stephen Jordan. Brother Paul Nix. Brother Justin Owens. Sister Asia West. This is our team, and we want to give them a big hand. Thank you. Lastly, Brother Jackson did a good job talking about our men's class and also the evangelism team. We've had 5 great classes studying about the Apostle Paul. And I want to thank Brother Jackson. He's done an awesome job in conducting these classes. We have one more class left, and that's going to be this Saturday on the 12th. So I want to make sure to invite all the men to come from 9:30 to 10:45 in the Marshall Keeble Fellowship Hall. So I want to encourage everyone to come. These studies are very uplifting and they're very edifying. The format for the class, what we're doing, men, instead of doing it, we do 6 classes, but it's every other week. So we want to make sure that you still be able to do whatever you want to do on Saturdays. After the 6th class, we go about 3 months before we have another class. So after this Saturday, it'll be 3 months before we have another class. It'll be sometime in April or May, and you'll be notified of that. The evangelism team, I want to invite everyone to be a part of that team as well. We meet the first Saturday of every month in the Marshall Keeble Fellowship Hall, and it's just for 1 hour from 11 to 12. So I want to encourage everyone to be a part of that. We had a meeting on yesterday, and it was a very productive meeting. The next meeting will be February the 2nd, 11 o'clock, and I'm asking that everyone please come out and be a part of that. Lastly, last thing, I want to thank Sister Area Ellis and Brother Reggie Blair for putting these slides together for me, myself, and for Brother Jackson. They did an excellent job. Thank you.
I'm going to be very brief this